Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you my approach to transition faster between day and night music in an RPG adventure video game. For the purpose of this example, I'm gonna assume that the music engine only plays the day music from 8 AM to 6 PM and otherwise it plays the night music. Here is an excerpt of the music playing during the day. For the night music, I wanted to keep the same theme as the day music, but played in a lullaby way, so I slowed down the track and rearranged it with less and softer instruments to give a bedtime feel. Of course, both musics are composed and thought to loop indefinitely until the game clock orders the music engine to switch from one music to another. If I were to implement both musics in my game as it is right now, I would face two major problems. The first one is that when the game clock reaches 6 PM, for example, then the day music would have to be finished before triggering the night music, which means the night music could start really late in the process, and that's not what I wanted. The second problem is that there is a big tempo difference between both musics, and even with a crossfade, the player would notice the music change, like here, for example. To solve the first issue, I thought about splitting the music into equal segments in duration. For example, the day music is split into 9 segments of 8 bars each. I have one intro and 8 melody blocks. With this trick, instead of having to wait for the whole song to be done playing, the music engine can now switch to the other music at the end of a melody block. To remedy to the tempo difference problem between both musics, I composed two music transitions. One where the tempo of the day music is slowing down to reach the tempo of the night music, and another where the tempo of the night music is accelerating to reach the tempo of the day music. Combined together, those two techniques allow me to switch faster from one music to another than it is implemented in Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. And here is how it sounds. Finally, after testing it out in Wise, I realized that one transition from day to night was not enough, because some segments of the day music may have more instruments than my transition, and it sounds weird to switch from a full segment to a quiet transition. So I made a second transition that matches the instrumentation of the segments B1A to B2B. Now, all the music segments or melody blocks that have a small instrumentation will be followed by the transition number 1, and all the segments with a busier instrumentation will be followed by the transition number 2. In Wise, my music engine, I made sure to program a rule specifying the appropriate transition that should follow each segment. This is why I like to do the implementation of the music in the game myself, or at least supervise it, because it allows me to quickly identify some problems like this without having to bother the programmers. The more time the composer spends on implementing the music, the smoother and enjoyable the music experience will be for the player. So as a game developer, if you're thinking about having adaptive music in your game, you should try to get the composer involved as soon as possible in the development of the game. Thanks for watching and à bientôt!